Greetings, everyone. Whoa. I kind of like came up on whoa. Okay. Greetings, everyone. This is Gerard, editor-in-chief of Filipino Soul Magazine, aka SGIB Magazine. The stand for Soldiers Got Intentions, believe that. And everyone should be soldiering for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, something. I thought maybe I'd do a little bit something different for your moment of zen. Rather than being in the pool frolicking, I thought I'll sit beside it like a poolside chat or a fireside chat, whichever floats your boat. It's a lovely day. I'm in Ayala, Philippines, which is a part of Cebu. It's very nice. You can kind of see the sun kind of gone in, but it's still a very beautiful day. Unlike what you're having there on the East Coast, as far as snow and everything else was going on. You know, there are a couple of things here in the Philippines that are different. Like, for instance, their bread. Their bread's a little different, and it seems to always seem to have a nice sweet taste to it. I don't know if they deliberately put sugar into it or not, but it kind of tastes kind of sweet, which is good. I kind of like it. And the milk is never frozen. It's never cold. The milk comes out of a carton that's stored on the shelf. So you will buy milk from the shelf, and then that's been sitting in a carton, and then of course you put it in the refrigerator and then use it, of course. So it is kind of different drinking milk out of a sitting on the shelf kind of carton. I know the wind's blowing. I don't know if you have hear the breeze blowing, but I'll try to talk loud enough to compensate for that. It's a beautiful day. This is my Stone Hedge shirt. Stone Hedge was owned by Howard. It was in West Babylon. It was one of the oldest strip joints on Long Island. And they were one of the major sponsors of my publication, SGIB Magazine. And I often, when I first met Howard, he was an older gentleman. He was such a cool dude. And I told him what I was doing. He says, look, whatever you want to do here, whatever you want to do, don't worry, don't question, just do it. I've had pool competitions there. I've had, of course, model shootings there. I've always put them in the ad, and it was good. It's nice when you have someone who trusts you. We talked about trust yesterday and how some things are better left unsaid. I'm going to turn this off because I was trying to play some Filipino music for you because we're in the Philippines and I don't want to play American music too tough because I don't want to get blocked. And some things are better left unsaid, and some people are better left untrusted. Well, I know me personally. I know my character. And I pride myself on not only being an honest person, but a trustworthy person. And every now and then you find someone who really recognizes that and embraces it. And Howard was one of those who did, by opening up his club to me and let me do whatever it is I wanted to do. And I told you the story one other time. I always covered their Christmas party. Nice big portrait of him and all his hostesses and strippers, around him with Christmas and with Santa hats on. It became a regular annual thing that we did. And so, that was kind of cool. I know also that one of the girls who I photographed, well, like I said, I spoke to you about it. Her name was Honey, and Honey was, Honey was a thick girl. Yeah, I guess you could say she's a thick girl, but very beautiful girl, gorgeous eyes, but a thick girl. Thick meaning that she was, if she was throwing down, there was chances are she might beat your ass. but well proportionate, I should say. She remind you more of the women who were probably like in their 30s and 40s, that where it wasn't about being thin, it was more like appearing fertile. I guess that's a good word. And, you can look at some girl and say, wow, she looks very fertile. In other words, she look like, she's a very healthy woman, so. I took a picture of her. A lot of times when I photograph girls, often the time they've never been photographed before to the extent as a professional photograph them. So often the time they don't know what they look like. Often the time they don't know what to do. Often the time, that's why I say I'm the prince of wannabes, because God has given me the ability. See, God gives everybody a gift, and I think my gift is to be able to make someone feel very comfortable around me very fast, and let their guards down very quickly, and and we engage, we connect, we have an intimate relationship in those couple of moments. And that was one of the things about moving too fast. When I was moving too fast, and the girls who were in my presence, they appreciated the fact that there was someone who reminded them of just how special they are, or reminded them of how much of a woman, a lady, or reminded them how they should have been treated, and maybe treated at one time before they crossed that border into moving too fast. And they always, appreciated the fact that I was very fertile, very much able. I say very much able to always, provide them with what they wanted, which was something that was very rare in that game, but also it was a novelty that was very much appreciated, in that game. So in those times that we were together, I was able to not look at them as what they are, but appreciate them for being one of God's beautiful creatures on earth, man. And it was sometime I would take them to a salon and have their hair cut, have their nails done, makeup done, and 2 days later it'd probably be all full of dirt and ashes from ashtray, putting their hands in ashtrays. But it didn't matter. At that moment in time, I made them feel special again. And sometimes that's important, is that we all like to feel special. We all like to feel special to someone, and it's even a greater satisfaction when the person who you want to make you feel special makes you feel special. And so anyway, so that's one of my gifts that I think God has bestowed on me, was my ability to make people feel comfortable. My ability to, we were at the event, and one of the girls' boyfriends, because she always talked about me, saying, I want to meet this guy, and I was telling Diamond, I said, Diamond, don't you understand that my job is to make him feel comfortable, that I am no threat to him and his relationship. Because often the time that's a misconception when a woman is talking about, oh, so and so and so, oh, so and so, oh, so and so invited you, oh, so and so. They say, like, well, who is this so and so? Why he's always calling you? Why he's always paging you? Why are you always talking about him? Who? And like, I know how that can create, I don't want to say jealousy, but create a curiosity that for them to want to meet me. Like, I remember one time I was, I've always been a driver, and I was doing street scrambling. I created street scrambling. Street scrambling is when you drove around and say, hey, are you looking? Knock on the house, hey, you looking? So I was always street scrambling. And it was these two brothers, and they had two parts of the town in Long Island. One was on this side, one was on this side. So they were in the house deciding who was going to go with who. So this one name, his name is Freedom. Freedom. I mean, both of them were heavy players. Played the girls. Most of the time, when you're moving too fast, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what you do. Enough said. And so, and they knew my MO. They knew. I was very. I would find girls. I would find. Go to their houses, and then I would move in, and then I would bring the pharmacist in. And then a pharmacist would start selling out of there, through me. So That was my forte. So of course, whoever was rolling with me stood a chance to probably have more spots than someone who wasn't. So Freedom had decided he was going to roll with me. So we're sitting in the car, getting ready to go, and his wife Bonnie came out, and and I'm looking at her, she's walking, and I'm like talking, she go, bam, boy, she hit me, pow, right in the mouth. And she said, you go with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I know it was just, her being upset that he was rolling with me, because he know rolling with me, he gonna run into girls. You know what I'm saying? So it was very important to be able, to make someone's significant other feel comfortable, to let them know that I'm the threat. So I'm very much able to do that. And I very seldom, I can't think of a boyfriend and girlfriend who they both liked me. It was either the boyfriend liked hanging out with me, and the wife didn't like him hanging out with me, or the girl liked hanging out with me, and he didn't like his girlfriend hanging out with me. For no other reason other than, people's perception of who I was. And that's often been that's been one of my curses. Is that often? That's why I used to say, I like to let your imagination run away with my life. Your imagination is probably a lot more exciting than my life will ever be. So I much rather let their imagination run away with my life. So anyway, I photographed Honey, and Honey was on the magazine. She was on a couple of pages, and she was so happy. Oh, Gerard, Gerard. I said, well, you're welcome, honey, you're welcome. About 3 years later, or maybe longer, I saw Honey. Honey said, Gerard. I said, yeah, baby, what's up? And she opened up her pocketbook, and she pulled out my magazine that she was in. It had so much tape on it. The page was so dog-eared and worn from opening up the pages and all that stuff. I think I cried, or it made me feel, it touched me so much that she thought enough about my magazine to carry it with her every day since it came out, man. And that's something you can't get on the internet. That's something that you can't do, on the internet. That's something you can't do with print on a page. There's something about having a magazine in your hand that you can open the page and see you, or read your name. You see, I got into this business for credits. That's what freelance publicity photographer. I wanted to see my name in print. I didn't care about the money. Money comes and goes, but the credits last forever. They say the credits are only good for two things: for your mother and your next job. And that's why I did it. I did it for the credit because I enjoy seeing photos by Gerard. I enjoy that. And that's something that I tried. When I first saw my first publication, and it was with Richie Burton and Tatum O'Neill in the New York Post. I told you a story. They said, well, what name you want to put on? I couldn't think, so I used my other name. And so when I saw it, I said, I can't use that name, so I used my middle name. My middle name is Gerard. So I said, yes, just Gerard. Photos by Gerard. Francesco, Madonna, Sting, just one name. That's all I want. That's why I want to be recognized just by Gerard. Because I always thought that I want to be in a room where they go, that's Gerard. Or when I was younger, I felt that at 35. At 35, I wanted to be self-employed and didn't have to work a job. I wanted to be financially set in my business and etc. And I pretty much achieved that. For a long time I used to have to work and do my photography, what have you, but by they say God looks after babies and fools, and I'm too big to be a baby. That I've been blessed. I have been blessed. Because I think I'm one of the chosen ones who, due to the sincerity of my heart, that I deserve everything that was happened to me. Um, you know, when I mean by that, I mean that if it wasn't for my situation, you know, financially and being independently wealthy, at least here in the Philippines. No, I'm only kidding. You know, I'm sure I would have made it. You know, I've always worked. I'm going to tell you something about working. I am a black and white lab technician. I print black and white pictures. I print them for the newspaper. I copy them. I know about resolution, the dot patterns. If you look closely, it used to be when you look closely at the newspaper, you see that it's a series of dots about the bromide, you know, the silver tone. You know, it's a whole chemistry and making a black and white picture and screenshots to screen it where it appears in the printing press. In fact, there was a time when you would go to the movies and you would see all these pictures in the marquee and a little description put underneath there, who is it, whatever. Well, I was one of those who stripped. It's called stripping. Stripped the text onto the pictures, and you know that's what I did. But when I was looking for a job and going to a photo company or a lab or something like this, and they would take me in the back, and they would show me this huge machine. I mean, this huge machine. And you know, and this is the advice I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to give you. Some of you who are going to listen are going to get work because of what I'm about to tell you. They said, "Do you know how to work this machine?" I said, "I'll probably do fine once I learn the procedure." The procedure. Everything in this world, mechanical, or everything in this world, has a procedure in operating that product, operating that operation. Everything has a procedure. So they would give me one guy who says, "Okay, show him how to do it." And I would walk behind him with a pen and paper, and it says, "Okay, look, first you turn on the red button. First you turn on the red button. You wait 10 minutes. Wait 10 minutes. Then pull the green button lever. Pull the green button lever. Then turn on your lights. Turn on your lights." You see, I start writing down the procedure. Once I got the procedure, he showed me one time. I don't need him no more. You go, bye. Have a good day. Have lunch. You know, because I got the procedure. Once I learned the procedure of turning that machine on and getting to that machine to the point where that my expertise come in as a black and white lab technician, then I was home free. A lot of times people go on jobs and say, "Look, I forgot. Can you show me that again? Yo, can you show me that? No, do this. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot that part. Oh, no, whatever." You see, you have to learn the procedure. You have to take time to write down the procedure on anything, so this way, when you're left alone with it, or they can entrust you with maybe a $250,000 or hundreds of thousands worth of machinery, you're not going to mess it up. You're not going to put the wrong chemicals in. I mean, you're not going to ruin a job and waste time. So it's very important to learn the procedure. Now, okay, with that being said, because I'm about ready to go out, I want to show you something about the Philippines. I said I'm not going to talk about bad news. I'm not talking about believe you me, but we do have two presidents. We have President Trump and we have President Duterte. And I'm in the Philippines. You know, that new book came out about Fire and Fury that came out and everything. And here it is. Here it is in the Philippines. It says Fire and Fury. But what you don't see, it says Chief Economist Advisor Gary Cohen says Trump was dumb as shit. They didn't go or S star star star. They put the word shit in there. And that's the difference in the culture. In the culture, that they can, they do that. This is probably, for whatever reason, they figure to put it in there, without worrying about censorship. Now, speaking about the Philippines, a lot of times there are countries like Iran. Iran is having a problem right now. People are getting an uproar. Libya, an uproar. And a number of other countries are in an uproar because they feel that the government isn't providing for them. And often the time they get angry at the United States because the United States is providing them money. Look what happened in Iran. The United States, with the Obama administration, Obama gave Iran all this money to curtail their nuclear ambition, and then Donald Trump stopped it. But the thing I want to point out is that the problem is that when huge amounts of money are given to a foreign government, that foreign government very seldom passes it on to the people. And then that's where the conflict comes in, that's where the protest comes in, and etc. Here in the Philippines, China just gave, I think, like 2 or 3 billion to the Philippines. I think Russia just gave the Philippines so many billion. They turned down 2.4 billion from the EU because they know once the EU gets involved, the EU wants to start dictating how you govern your country. And the reason I say all that is because with the money that the Philippines has gotten, they just passed their annual, not expense, but they just passed their budget. And President Duterte has decided that all businesses making less than 500,000 pesos a year, taxes will lower from 52,000 pesos to 20,000 pesos. He has declared that people who are making 9,000 pesos a month or less are exempt from paying taxes. He has declared that people making 250,000, I think it is, pesos a month are exempt from paying taxes. This is how you filter the money down to the people. And on that same note, 80%, President Duterte has an 80% approval rating and an 85% trust rating. So when you are having, if you're at the powers that be, and you take the consideration of your people and what will make them happy, then that's why the Philippines is now, according to CNN, the happiest place in the world. Because they're doing what they can for their people. It's not a very rich country. And yes, you will see a lot of poverty around here. And yes, there are a lot of people who don't have, and yes, maybe some of the children are undernourished to the point that the physical development is somewhat stunt. But still, he's doing all he can for the people by putting more money in their pocket and therefore putting more food on the table. And that's how you make your people happy. That's how a country should operate. Not that you give money to whoever the regime's on top and you keep the money and don't pass it on to your people, because they get pissed off and say, well, look, where's all this money? What are you doing for us? And that's what happens. All right. This is Gerard, editor-in-chief of Filipino Soul Magazine, aka SGIB Magazine, stand for Soldiers Got Intentions, believe that, and everyone should be soldering for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, something. And owner PBG's production staff for photos by Gerard, the best, and freelance publicity photographer. And remember, if you haven't got a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, don't worry about it. Do what I do. Get as much as you can, as fast as you can, and go home. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of the Temptations, once sung, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. And remember, I'll always love you more. I hope you enjoyed your Moment of Zen in New York. I know you're under like about 12 feet of snow, but hey, it's all I can do on short notice. Please forgive me. I'll talk to you later. Peace.